Morning, everybody. Excuse my mess. What I want to show you this morning is my victory journal. I know I've talked about it a lot, but I don't believe I've actually shared it with you guys. So usually I have something that is more fun and kind of a beautiful cover, that sort of thing. But if you can see, this is my J. Shetty Certification School Journal. And I decided for the time where I was in the J. Shetty Certification School, this would be the ideal victory journal for me to use. As you can see, it's quite thick. So just to kind of give you an overview, my victory journal contains anything and everything that was a victory for me throughout the day. So, if I go back to previous things, I'm seeing aha moments that I've had. I'm seeing successes that I had throughout that day. This particular practice started many years back when I was having some pretty significant health problems, and I was getting really down on myself, really hard on myself for not being able to complete the tasks that I had set for myself in a day. And at some point, my wonderful husband, who always has the answers, and I say that with a hint of sarcasm, but generally he does. He really knows what it is that I need to be doing. And in this case, he told me in a very loving way that I was getting a lot done. I just simply was not giving myself credit for the things that I was doing in a day. And so I stopped and I really thought about it, and I realized that he was right. I do a lot of things, and even if that's something is as simple as getting up and brushing my teeth, being prepared for the day, those sorts of things, especially when you're in a low energy, low health sort of scenario, that's a victory. So consequently, I started keeping my victory journal, and I have been doing this now for probably 4 to 5 years. One of the practices that I added into my victory journal was looking for many miracles throughout my day, things that show me that there's somebody up above that is watching out for me, and that sort of religious piece. So right now, when I write in my journal, I have actually started implementing kind of a new thing with it as well. I am writing this more like a letter to myself. It's my moment to give myself validation for what I have done well. So, this one I start out with Sweet Fallon and go through this whole thing of this and this and this and this is what you've done this day. So as you can see, that's multiple pages long for that one entry. And I call out everything I can possibly remember about that day. I also bought these cute little clip things with... This is the type of journal I usually would use, is something like this. But those little magnetic things came with this set of sewing related books, and I absolutely loved these. But they're wonderful for me because right now, especially right now, I am going through and I'm learning some really interesting things about myself, that sort of thing. And anything that I feel like I want to refer back to, these are wonderful. So that won't be there forever, but for the moment, this is there to remind me of whatever happened there. So this morning, one of the things that I've been doing with the J. Shetty Certification School is a different journal in the morning and in the evenings. And I have actually gotten away from doing both of my journals in the last few weeks. My last entry in my victory journal was the 3rd of March, and I believe it's the 11th. So, where this used to be a daily practice, I am starting to struggle to get it in all the time. But I have made a lot of shifts and a lot of discoveries, and while I have them recorded in journal form or video form on my Instagram, I have not recorded them here. So this morning, in my kind of mindful moment start to my day, whatever you want to call it, I decided it's about time that I updated my victory journal, and I call out specifically the advances I've made in my personal development self journey, and also the fact that I have expanded my niche. I feel like that is a very important part to my process and how far I've come. So this morning, and I like to, I don't know if you noticed, but I like to use colored pens. I'm one of those that a black or a blue pen is just kind of boring for me. So I have gel pens, I have colored pens, I have with gel pens I have to be careful because some of my journals are I guess lower quality papers, so the gel pen will show through to the opposite side of the paper. I don't need to worry about that with this journal. It's a very, very high quality paper. So in this case, I think you get the idea, but we're going to put, and I'm going to leave off the middle part of the date because I think it's the 11th, but I'm going to double check that. So addressing it in letter format to myself gives me more of that validation piece. As you know, I have my validation wall, and I'm working very hard at making sure that I am taking the time to be present with the victories that I do have. So instead of writing it out more in, a journal format where it was more of a bullet list, now I am including it in a letter where I am acknowledging myself for what I have done. So I, of course, start my letter differently each time. But I think this is a very beautiful practice. It's something, mine is my victory journal. I have clients that have come to the realization that they need something similar, and everyone calls it something different. Everybody has their own thing that is what they need to record or what they want to have down. I have clients who look at it more as an acknowledgement journal. I have clients that even record different types of things. So make this yours. This is just my process. This is how I go about doing it. But definitely make it yours and see what works for you. Comment below, what kind of thing would you include in your journal, and what would you call it? I'm very interested. So I hope you enjoyed seeing my victory journal, and I will talk to you guys later.